Welcome. Today we're diving into a key concept in project management: constraints. Whether you're managing a small team or a large project, understanding constraints is critical to delivering on time, within budget, and to the expected quality. Let's explore what constraints really are, the most common types, and see a few practical examples along the way. In project management, constraints are the limits or restrictions that affect how a project is planned, executed, and completed. These boundaries can include the project's time, cost, scope, and sometimes even quality, risk, and resources. One of the simplest and most well-known models is the triple constraint, sometimes called the iron triangle. It includes time, the schedule or deadline; cost, the budget available; scope, the work that needs to be done. The idea is that if you change one, the others will be affected. In simple terms, you can't have a project that is fast, cheap, and perfect all at once. You've got to balance trade-offs. Let's break down each of these constraints with a few examples. Time. Imagine you're launching a new website. The client wants the site up before a major sale event. That launch date is fixed. If anything delays the work, like last-minute content changes, then either you have to work overtime, which affects cost, or reduce some less critical features, affecting scope. Cost. Now, let's say you have a limited budget for that same website. If the client suddenly asks for additional features, such as an e-commerce store or extra graphics, these extras increase costs. If the budget can't be increased, you might need to cut back on some functionalities or extend the timeline to reallocate resources. Scope. Suppose you agree to design a website with basic pages: home, about, and contact. This is your project scope. However, if the client later requests a blog, an online store, and user login features, that's called scope creep. To add these, you'll need either more time, extra budget, or a compromise on quality somewhere. As you can see, changes in one area, be it time, cost, or scope, will force adjustments in the others. Balancing these is the art and challenge of project management. While the triple constraint is a great starting point, many projects today consider additional factors such as quality, the standard of deliverables. For example, rushing a project might meet the deadline but compromise on quality. Risk, unexpected issues like supplier delays or technology failures can affect the project. Resources. This includes personnel, equipment, or technology needed to get the work done. Think of these extra constraints like additional pieces to the puzzle. They reinforce that real-world projects rarely operate under just three fixed limits. Instead, they involve many interdependent elements that you need to monitor and balance. Here are some quick tips and practical examples for managing project constraints effectively. Prioritize and plan. At the start, clearly define your scope, timeline, and budget. Identify which constraint is the most non-negotiable. For example, if launching by a key date is critical, focus on meeting that deadline. Communicate clearly. Keep stakeholders informed about trade-offs. If extra features are requested, explain how that might impact the project's schedule or cost. Use buffer time and safety margins. Instead of padding every task, add a project or phase buffer. This can help manage unexpected delays without resorting to constant overrun. Employ the right tools. Software like Gantt charts or resource leveling tools can help you visualize dependencies, track progress, and ensure that you remain within your limits. For instance, in a construction project, if unexpected delays in material delivery occur, you might need to adjust work schedules or reduce non-critical tasks to keep on track without drastically increasing costs. To recap, project constraints are the limits: time, cost, and scope, with additional factors such as quality, risk, and resources that affect a project's success. Balancing these constraints is all about understanding the trade-offs and communicating openly with your team and stakeholders. Remember, if you make one side of the triangle change, the others will have to adjust too. Mastering this balance is key to delivering successful projects.